Hey guys, today we're talking about 7.1 functions. Okay, I'm going to keep this short, roughly about 5 minutes. So as a review, a function is 1x for every, I should put 1 in there, 1x for every y. Okay, so when you know something is not a function, is when x repeats. Okay, so if I was to give you a graph, a table of values, and you saw a repeating x value, you'd know that's not a function. Okay, another way to look at it is if you had a graph, is to do the vertical line test. So if a function does not pass the vertical line test, then it is not a function. Okay, a couple other things I want y'all to think about is the input, output, and then the function rule. I almost put full. So rule. The input is the x value, hence you're inputting that into the function. The output is the f of x, and then your function rule would be f of x equals x squared minus 3x plus 5. So this could be, it could be anything. It could be f of x equals 2/3 x plus 2, whatever. Okay? I know you all had a problem like this on your assignment today, but I'm going to give you, I want you to practice it, and I'm going to show you exactly how to solve it out. Okay, so I want y'all to find your f of x minus 2 for this function rule. Okay, so x minus 2, this right here, is our new x value. So you have to substitute it into each time you see x. So we still have x minus 2 squared minus 3 x minus 2 plus 5. Okay? Now a lot of y'all told me that this equals, those are congruent. That is not the case. Okay? Absolutely not. What you must do is you're going to take x minus 2, and you are going to FOIL. If you don't like the FOIL, you can use the box. I don't care how you get the answer as long as you get it. Okay, so x minus 2 all squared really equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Okay, now you distribute negative 3. So you have negative 3x plus 6, and then you got to bring down the 5. So f of x minus 2 equals x squared minus 7x plus 15. Okay, so you're going to have some more practice problems on that tomorrow. Okay, now to find the domain and range, okay, domain's your x values, range is your y. I'm going to give you a couple more problems. Okay, so if you have your function rule is x squared minus 3x plus 5. This goes back to knowing your parent functions that we learned back in August. I know it seemed like a long ago, but y'all should know that a quadratic looks roughly like this picture. Okay? Our domain is all real numbers because there's no x values that are restricted. Our range is going to be y is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? Another one I want you to do is f of x equals the square root of x plus 3. Now, when you see a square root, you should know off the top of your head that x plus 3 must be greater than or equal to 0, because you can't have a negative under the square root, but you can have it equal to 0. So you solve for x. So our domain is x must be greater than or equal to 0. Okay. As a reminder, you should remember that the square root function looks roughly like that. So your domain is x is greater than or equal to 0, and then your range is y is greater than or equal to 0. Because remember, there's no way you can get a negative number from a square root. Okay? And last one we're going to work out, and the notes for today are done, is f of x equals 2x squared over 5 minus x. Okay, we've got a fraction, so pretty much the only thing that matters is the denominator. Okay, you can't have a 0 on the bottom, so when you have a fraction, you're going to take the denominator and you're going to set it equal to 0 to solve for 0. So negative x equals negative 5, therefore x cannot equal 5. Okay, so that's saying if you plug a 5 into x, you get a 0. So your domain, again, is going to be several ways you can write it. You can do negative infinity to positive 5, union positive 5 to positive infinity. Okay, that is it, and have a great night.